Hey everyone, my name is Michael and this is Fly By Mike. So today, great flight, and we just landed, just got back. It's a beautiful day, and just got back. We did a practice RNAV approach, which is a lot on instrument approach. It's really precision, so we have to make sure we're on our airspeed and glide slope and everything towards the runway, but we got down really nice, and then we just headed back to Doylestown, and here we are. We just packed up, and I'll see you guys. Hope you guys have a good time watching it.
Base front clear. Doylestown traffic Cessna 345 Bravo is departing runway 5 to the northwest. Doylestown.
Doylestown 946 Papa, turning left base, short approach, runway 5, Doylestown.
Hey guys, so today we're departing Doylestown, runway 5, and we're going to be heading down to Allentown again. And this time we're not just going to do pattern work there, we're going to shoot their RNAV approach. And for everybody who doesn't know what an RNAV is, it's a non-precision approach into the runway if there's weather or IFR conditions in the clouds and we can't see outside. We have to rely on our instruments just to get us down to the runway. And so we're just going to be trying this. First time for me, I did one with my instructor Matt before at Lancaster on a cross country, but that was at night, and this time I absorbed a lot more information. So this one you're going to see us put in the procedure, the approach on the Garmin, and then talk with the approach controller at Allentown. And this was an overall really great flight, and I flew with my instructor Steven today, and I was getting ready for pilot in command.
Doylestown traffic 345 Bravo is departing the pattern to the west. Last call, Doylestown.
Diamond traffic, target period.
After I'm done with this checklist, you'll see me click a few buttons and then a robot voice will start playing, and that's the ATIS for Allentown, and that ATIS, or AWOS, is the Automated Weather Observation Center, and that gives a lot of great information about the airport condition, the weather, and what runways are in use.
The weather.
Notice airmen, use caution for birds in the vicinity of Allentown Airport. Check no TAMs for cranes in the vicinity of Allentown Airport. Advise initial contact. You have information, Charlie. Lehigh Valley International Airport information at Charlie. Weather observation as of 20510. Wind calm, visibility 10, sky clear. Temperature 1, dew point -14, altimeter 3058. Visual runway 6 approach in use. Approaches multiple runways in effect. Notice airmen, use caution for birds in the vicinity of Allentown Airport. Check no TAMs for cranes in the vicinity of Allentown Airport. Advise initial contact. You have information, Charlie.
Alright, cool, we got the weather. Now we're going to contact Allentown Approach and request our RNAV approach into their airspace and into their runway. And so first we're going to say 345 Bravo, we're going to say our call sign, they're going to say it back, and then we're going to say what we want.
Allentown approach Cessna 345 Bravo.
Cessna 345 Bravo, call approach.
Allentown approach Cessna 345 Bravo is over Lake Mountain, Mexican, 3,000 feet, looking for practice RNAV runway 6.
Air 345 Bravo, your Cessna, your Skyhawk.
April Skyhawk 345 Bravo.
And 345 Bravo, Roger, squawk 0457.
Squawk 0457, 345 Bravo.
Castle 04, contact the tower.
So at the end, you heard the ATC gave us a squawk code, And if you don't know what a squawk code is, it's a four-digit number that we set into the transponders, and that lets the ATC who we actually are, and it lets them track us on the radar. In case something goes wrong, they can just pin us, and that's our identifier.
345 Bravo.
So he's giving you vectors, so put the procedure in, and where it says transition, you'll put vectors.
System?
Procedure.
Layout 2167 Alpha traffic, 12 o'clock, 7 miles north to eastbound, 4,600 indicated, type unknown.
LPV.
Yeah. And then states it already has vectors, so you can activate the approach.
Here's 2 Romeo.
That's everything in there. If you go to back, you'll see it on the map.
Huh?
So it's vectors to final. He's just going to basically line you up on final, and the GPS is going to guide you in once he vectors you onto it.
Okay.
Number 45 Bravo, what is your request after the RNAV 6?
Looking for a pattern work, 345 Bravo.
Roger.
And LPV, what that's saying is your lowest minimums. LPV gives you vertical and lateral guidance, so you'll have a glide slope as well as the
Okay.
lateral guidance. Alright.
Alright, right there we just plugged in the approach into the avionics in the plane, and we were able to get vectors from the ATC. So they're going to set us straight up on the glide slope for the RNAV, and we're going to be set. So first we have to brief the approach first, and we're going to treat it as an IFR flight, but we're still flying VFR.
Next thing is to brief it, which is basically running through this approach chart, going through all the important information. So I'll show you my briefing.
Okay.
We'll just kind of go through the chart.
Yep.
First thing is confirming. This is the RNAV 6 into Allentown. Make sure our chart's current, get to the 19th so it's good. And I start at the top. Up there it would be like the approach for the ILS. If they had that, you don't have to worry about that. Approach course is 063. So when you're on final, once they line you up, that's the heading you're going to fly.
Okay.
What I usually do is put that on the CDI here. And RNAV, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just kind of as an aid to remember your heading.
Yeah.
They can put in there 063.
That's a good idea, yeah.
And then our runway is 7,599 feet long, touchdown elevation is 394, airport elevation is 394. You go through the notes, none of them apply. Sometimes it's like if equipment's broken, whatever, different categories of aircraft, you might have something you have to adjust.
Right.
There's all your frequencies. If you want to, here's where I put in the tower. I already did that good. Then you go over how you're going to actually join and fly the approach.
Yep.
So we're getting vectors to final, so the only thing I'd really brief is we're going to join final.
Number 3. Bravo 1 mile from Gisto, across Gisto at 3,000. Clear the RNAV runway 6 approach.
Cleared the RNAV runway 6 approach at 3,000, 345 Bravo.
So they said cross Jitso at 3,000, so once you pass Jitso, you can ascend to what would be the next minimum altitude. So if you have the chart, basically once you pass Jitso, it's 2,400.
It'll be 2,400, yeah.
Yeah. So once you pass it, you can ascend at 2,400.
Okay.
Okay, now this is Come Alive.
Yep.
So that's what you'll be using for guidance.
Okay.
You just want to keep that one centered. since you have a glide slope, there isn't really like a final approach fix. Once this starts to come center, you're just going to follow that in.
Alright.
You're going to let that guide you to the runway.
Let's start descent. Got the runway up there.
Bonanza 32 Romeo, you'll be actually heading into New York's airspace here momentarily. You want to talk with them or just go on your own strut? I'll try, but no promises though. Allentown approach, 469, Foxtrot Alpha, headed back to Queen City. Airport 69er, Foxtrot Alpha, proceed on course. Proceed on course, 469, Foxtrot Alpha.
Well, before you do the,
Bonanza 32 Romeo, contact.
before you pass the final approach
New
fix, you want to do the before landing checklist.
Okay. The pilot is off, seatbelts are secure, landing and taxi lights are on, fuel selectors on both, and mixture is rich.
Cool. So once you get about 1 dot above on the glide slope, then you can start reducing the throttle, adding the flaps in. You don't want to descend, you're just slowing at 90.
Okay.
So you're just getting ready to start your descent at
Number
90.
345 Bravo, caution late turbines, rise T130, they're about a mile final now, contact tower 120.5.
Caution wake turbulence and contact tower 120.5, 345 Bravo.
Yeah, just telling me on the practice RNAV 6.
Allentown Tower Cessna 345 Bravo is practice RNAV runway 6.
Cessna 345 Bravo, Allentown Tower, continue inbound.
Continue inbound runway 6, 345 Bravo.
So Shaggy is the final approach fix, right? Or is it Gibble?
There technically isn't one. That would be if you had no glide slope. Since you have the glide slope, your final approach fix is when you intercept that.
Oh, okay.
But once that centers, then that's technically your final approach fix and you can ascend. Which, it will happen at Shaggy, so yeah, technically Shaggy is.
Right. And what's a Gibble?
As a step down. If you didn't have a glide slope,
Yeah.
you would then start your descent to a minimum altitude, but there might be some sort of obstacle there, so you'd have to level off until you pass that, and then you can start your descending again.
Oh, okay. So once we pass Shaggy, we're just gonna slow up and then
You can start doing it now. Start reducing your throttle. You can go flaps 10 as you're about to intercept this glide slope.
Yeah.
Hold your altitude until you do. And now start descending. With a normal 3-degree glide slope, about 500 feet per minute should keep you right on the glide slope, but of course just make corrections.
Right.
Doesn't. Now you're just using that to guide you.
Should I mostly keep my eyes inside?
We're going to make this one full stop.
And try to stay at 90 knots the best you can. Lower your nose just a little bit.
Wind 210 at 4.
And if you're descending too much, you can add some throttle. Just like a normal approach. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude. Yeah, keep your eyes inside.
Yeah.
Once you get to your minimums, then you can look outside while
Okay.
land.
minimums is 594.
Yeah.
Number 345 Bravo, runway 6, Windcom, clear for the option.
Runway 6, clear for the option on the right. 345 Bravo.
What time landing? Landing?
Land.
Like full stop?
Full stop, yeah.
Okay.
Should I tell her that?
You're clear for the option, so you don't really
Okay.
have to.
Number 275 Foxtrot Alpha, turn right when able, contact ground point 9.
The ground 275 box traffic state.
Yeah, you can look up.
Alright. I think I did pretty solid on.
Yeah, I think so.
Tower transport 3355 heavy for ready at Alpha 7.
Air Transport 3355 Heavy, Allentown Tower, runway 6, line up and wait.
Runway 6, line up and wait. Air transport 3355 heavy.
Number 345 Bravo, are you full stop?
Affirm, full stop, 345 Bravo.
Number 345 Bravo, roger, turn right on Bravo, contact ground point 9.
Right on Bravo and contact ground point 9, 345 Bravo.
Relative to your indicator, it'll increase as you're actually moving faster, but as you're moving
Number
slower.
345 Bravo, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, free changes approved.
Radar services terminated, squawking VFR, thank you for the help, 345 Bravo. Doylestown traffic, Cessna 345 Bravo is about 6 miles to the west, going to be overflying the field at pattern altitude. Correction at 2,000 feet. Going to be entering the 45 downwind. 23, Doylestown. Doylestown traffic 345 Bravo is overflying the field at pattern altitude. Going to be midfield crosswind, runway 23, Doylestown. Doylestown traffic 345 Bravo is left downwind 23, Doylestown.
Doylestown, Cherokee, clear runway. Doylestown.
Doylestown traffic Cessna 345 Bravo is turning left base 23, Doylestown. Doylestown traffic 345 Bravo is final 23, Doylestown.
Alright. Full flap.
Nice.